Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for a late night video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below, subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below. Down below. On all my channels. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap the bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. That's it. So do it. And it's your first time here, subscribe my channels, like the video, dislike the video. I don't care. Leave a comment in the chat. Act a fool. Do whatever the fuck you want. And after the video, don't forget to leave a comment, share the video all over the internet, and if you want, follow me on social media, and don't forget to tap the bell, get notified when I do a video. And that's it. You miss out? Well, you miss out. That's all I gotta say about that. Alrighty. On this late Friday night, July the 16th, 2021, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now July the 17th, 2021. It is time for your late night Smackdown with fans review for July the 16th, 2021, from live in front of fans from Houston, Texas. All right. Before we get to the review, hope everybody had a great day. Very hot as my balls here in the Northeast. 93 today, with the humidity and the heat index. Felt like 130. I felt like I was in Death Valley. God. I got the fan cranking on me. I'm fucking hot. I got a humongous headache right now. But I still look better than you motherfuckers. And yeah, so hot. Another steamy summer day. As much as I want to say, oh, I can't wait for the fall, I can't wait for the winter, I don't want to even think about the winter the winter right now. Because then I was like, oh, it's too cold. Goddamn snow. But it is what it is, and it is what it is, but that's all I can say about that. So, excuse me. Hopefully you're all having a great start to your weekend. And I'm supposed to rain here tomorrow. Not that's gonna cool off. My phone says it's gonna be in the low 80s next week, and weatherman on Channel 5, or the girl I should say on Channel 5, said it was gonna be in the 90s next week again. Ooh. I hope not. I really hope not. But it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. It is what it is. But hopefully you have a great weekend, and if not, well, too bad. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. So enough. We got that. Mets lost tonight to the fucking Pirates 4-1. 0 for 12, and with runners in scoring position, couldn't get shit tonight. The only bright spot about the game was a benches clearing brawl at the bottom in the bottom of the fifth inning, and that was the only good spot. But other than that, they lost. Frankie Lindor came out of the game. He took a swing and then he grabbed his oblique. Oh no! If he's out for an extended amount of time, we're done. Oh. Just a great way to start the second half. Not only did Lindor get hurt, looks like Stroman got hurt in that brawl. I was after the umpires settled everything down. We see Strowman bending over, then he sprints into the fucking dugout, and he never came out for the 6th inning. So I don't know if he got hurt or basically he was done. I hope, yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing all the time, man. Fucking injuries with this fucking team. I just hope Lindor is not seriously hurt. I just hope. It was a twinge. Okay, let's rest him for the weekend. Let him come back when let him come back like in maybe a week. Put him on a 10-day disabled list, and then maybe he gets a little bit of rehab, a rehab start, and then hopefully he comes back. Gets a cortisone shot or whatever. And comes back and he's swinging home runs like it's nothing. He's high. But hopefully, it's not a big thing. But I think we're not gonna find out till tomorrow or late tonight or tomorrow. Probably be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon before the game tomorrow night. It just sucks, man. And as of right now, I think they have. Well, the Phillies split a doubleheader with the Marlins today. I think they had a 3-game lead. Now I think it's 2 or 2.5 now. Not good, especially with the Phillies behind us. Ooh. And then JD's Braves behind us too. So it's gonna be a race to the finish. And with Lindor hurt, it's gonna be real tough. And guys like Guillaume and whoever is gonna replace Lindor, gonna have to step up. And it is what it is. Strowman needs to get his fucking shit together because he's starting to suck again. He was so good in most of the first half, and then the last 3-4 games just sucked ass, dude. Sucked ass. It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. But as far as I know, the Braves were playing the Tampa Bay Rays. They were up 6-4 in the 9th, and then blew it. And then they went to extra innings, and that stupid rule, this guy on second. Rays come up in the top of the 10th, and I believe they had first and second with 2 out. Guy hits a single, scores the go-ahead run, make it 7-6, and then I don't know what happened. So I don't know if Tampa Bay won. Hopefully they didn't lose, but if they did, I think the Mets are up by 3 games over them. I'm not even sure, but it is what it is. That's that. And for you Yankee fans out there, lost again to the Red Sox. 3-0. I mean, the Yankees are just garbage this season. They are garbage. Can't beat the Red Sox. Can't beat the Rays. Can't even beat the Mets. Can't beat the Mets. That's. But so they lose again, and just doesn't get any worse for the Yankees. And I had 3 players test positive for the fucking virus. They had to cancel the game last night. Thursday. Last night, same thing. And then that's going to be made up sometime in August. I think August 12th. I think something like that. As a split doubleheader at Skanky Stadium. So they got that. So yeah. So they got tomorrow, and then they got Sunday. Weather permitting, of course. I doubt they'll get tomorrow's game in. I think it's a night game, and it's supposed to rain like cats and dogs. So they're not going to play tomorrow. Maybe Sunday they'll play. said Sunday was supposed to be better. So we'll see. We'll see, but who cares? I hope they get swept by the Red Sox. But then they play the Phillies next, and then I gotta pray that the freaking Yankees win that series. That's a 2-game series. So you better win both of them for the Mets' sake. The Mets got Cincinnati next week, and then Toronto. And then big series with the Braves the week after that. Whoosh. 5-game series. 5. Doubleheader in between that one. Whoosh. Not gonna be easy, especially August is gonna kill them with the Dodgers and the Giants coming through. Oy, oy, oy. Not gonna be good. I think the party's over. I think the party is just about to be over. I don't even know who's pitching tomorrow. I thought it was Walker, but I guess they're gonna save him for Monday. But it is what it is. So don't know who tomorrow. Probably a scrub. Hopefully they win tomorrow. They lose tomorrow. Losing 2 or 3 to freaking to the freaking douchebag Pirates. Because DeGrom is picking Sunday. The Grominator. Gotta pick us up then. Gotta pick us up on Sunday. He has to. But it is what it is. And that's all I'll say about that. And we'll see what happens. But that's all I gotta say. All right, enough about that. All right, Friday night, let's rock, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I gotta say. Let's rock, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, people start coming in. Maybe Nick will come in. Maybe some other people come in. It is what it is, and that's that. And if trolls come in, well, they'll go. They'll go to hell. Suck my dick. All right. On a sad note, before we get to the Smackdown review, on a sad note, we lost Biz Markie tonight. There was rumors that Biz Markie died like about a week or 2 ago or something like that. And then the rumors were like, "Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Everything's dandy and everything like that." Blah blah blah. But sadly, found out tonight that Biz Markie has passed away. Just sucks. The man that was a legend in the hip hop world. Came up with Tribe Called Quest. Was a DJ, a beatbox rapper, stuff like that. One of the best beatbox guys, great DJ, and had that one great we had one great hit. I know, you got what I need, but she says she's just a friend. That song, one of the best songs. Still banging today on the radio and in the club. A timeless classic. But yeah, he died. He had diabetes, all that stuff, and sadly caught up to him, and he has passed away. And the hip hop world are remembering him. Just very sad. Just very sad. I'll do a video maybe tomorrow about it. Just want to briefly just say rest in peace, Biz Markie, and to his family and friends and whoever. My condolences and all the stuff. But I know it is what it is, and I'm sad. I'm sad. You know, I'm shocked and I'm sad at the same time because, you know, Biz Markie, you know, is a good rapper. Very good. Very good. And back in like the 90s era. You know, with Tribe Called Quest, and, you know, he DJ'd for a bunch of rappers back in the day, and he had that one hit song and beatboxing, and, you know, it is what it is. So now he's in that, you know, he's in that that concert hall in the sky, you know, with DMX and Biggie and Tupac and Eazy-E and, you know, the guy from Digital Underground, Mr. Humpty Hump himself. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's get to Smackdown. I want to finish this up. I want to maybe have a late night snack. I'm hungry. And that's it. My freaking ribs are hurting right over here. Ooh, not good. Not good. Freaking heat. Ugh. All right, let's get to your Smackdown review for tonight. And this was the night, ladies and gentlemen. The fans, you understand, the fucking fans, you understand, of the WWE Universe are back after what Mike Mitchell Cole said, 70 weeks or something like that. Long time, over a year. Over a year being away, you know, thanks to this fucking virus. But now that, you know, the virus is kind of under control, even though it's going rampant again in different states with the Delta variant. People who are vaccinated are getting the virus anyway. Pretty soon we'll be going back, you know, the fans will be going bye-bye again. This fucking virus continues the way it is. We'll be going back to you know, the Thunderdome. But hopefully not. But it is what it is. So, WWE, welcome back the fans, you understand. And, you know, the go-home show before this Sunday's Money in the Bank. And a new stage, new set, same theme. It's okay. But the set tonight was like this big freaking Titantron. It looked like the set from WrestleMania 35. Somebody said on Twitter. Big fucking thing. They're saying was 8K. Not 8,000, but, you know, like big, giant. You know, you can see the entire freaking, you know, what do you call it? Not the theme song. What do you call it? The picture or whatever the fuck it is. You know, when it shows their name and, you know, the entrance thing. You know what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. So, my thoughts on it, I didn't really like it that much. But, yeah, if Raw's supposed to get one, I think it's the same freaking thing. Why not? And I just hope, you know, when the pay-per-views on Sunday, we have, you know, we go back to you know, when they have different sets and, you know, the different, you know, different looking Titantron and stuff like that. We need like pay-per-view stages to come back, not the same fucking set. Like I'm watching Raw or SmackDown, we're seeing the same freaking same freaking bull crap thing, you know. But anyway, the set looked eh. The set was eh, but the fans were back and they were electric. This is what the WWE needed. because the ratings were shit for the Thunder, most of the Thunderdome era. Yeah, can't even talk. The Thunderdome era, and but they brought it tonight. They really gave the WWE that injection. But it is what it is. They injected them, not with poison like the NWO. They injected them with what they need, and SmackDown, tonight, for once, I'll give the WWE some credit. They put on a good show, pretty good show. When the stars came out, like Roman came out, they were booing his ass out of the fucking building. Oy, oy, oy. And then when the Mysterios came out, they gave him a raucous friggin' pop. So I think both of them are from Texas, I believe. So kind of the home, not really the home ground crowd. I'm sorry, they're from Ray's from San Diego, as far as I know. But still, they got a big pop. Edge Stain got a freaking pop. I mean, humongous pop. That was great. The wrestlers, they loved, they were all pumped, the fans and everything. Triple H and Stephanie, hi Steph, they went out, before the doors opened and with greeting fans. I thought that was pretty nice to see. And even the man himself, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, came out for a minute. 1 minute. He comes out, the fans are singing his theme song, no chance in hell. He comes out, says one freaking line, bye. I mean, come on. Come on, Vince. Come on. Couldn't have said anything else than what he said. But still, they put on a pretty good show. Great main event with a fatal 4-way between Big E, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, what is it? And Seth Rollins. I almost forgot him. Can't forget him. That was damn good. The first match was pretty good. The 6-man tag team match with the Usos and Roman against the Mysterios and Edge. That was pretty decent. Not bad, but it is what it is. By the way, thank you for the free views, fuckers. I'll get to. I think this guy's a troll in the chat. I don't even think it's the real him, but it is what it is. What else? We had a women's title match between Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair because she's Bianca Belair. Defending the SmackDown title against Carmella. Oh yeah, that. We had a women's tag team match that wasn't really that great. We got that. We had and some other things. I'll get into it in a minute, but let me address this. I like I said, I don't know what it is. I think this is a troll. I really don't think this is the real Charlie Wolf Carroll. I really don't think it is. But anyway, he says hey. But he's like, remember the drama we had, Peter, when I buried you and called you born, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So Bear buried you in the comments. Yeah. Okay. What comments on what video? On his stuff? Who cares? So that's all I gotta say about that. This is a troll, and I'm gonna get him out of here. So that's it. Get out of here. Yeah, you can sit the hell down, because he did not bury me in WJ's video, but it is what it is. Steroid user. It is what it is. Keep popping those supplements and those and shooting yourself up with the roids. But I digress. Anyway, let's get into SmackDown. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna give a shit. No, you know what? Let's get him out of here. Not give a shit. Fuck you, man. All right, let's get into it. And that's it. All right. So we start off SmackDown with a highlight package. You know, dedicated to the fans. You understand, the fans. Basically saying we're back. Blah blah blah. And big pops and everything. They're showing the wrestlers with the fans and all big time thing. Kofi winning the WWE title, yes, at WrestleMania 35 and just various other things that happened, in the stand. So we get that. I thought that was pretty nice. All right. Then we go inside the arena in Houston, Texas, to a sold-out crowd. 14,496 packed in the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. So I was thinking Roman would be the first one to come out. Why not? To get his boos and get the fans, away from the Thunderdome and all that. It's like, oh, first person that comes out with fans is Roman. But is it Roman? No, not yet. But the first person to come out is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Mr. McMahon. So Vince comes out to a big freaking pop. Why not? 76-year-old senile bastard. But still, the fans love him. You gotta respect him. Like the Macho Man Randy Savage was saying, you might not like it, but you must accept it. So it is what it is. As much as I hate Vince, I have to respect him for what he has done with wrestling. Back with the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the almost 60 years of WWF or WWF/WWF/WWE. He is the man. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, so he comes out, the crowd's singing along with no kids in hell, which I thought was cool. So what's Vince gonna say? Well, he says 6 words. 6 words. Doesn't say 3 words. We can say doesn't give us 2 words. Doesn't give us 3 words. Give us 6 words. Basically, all he says is, "Where the hell have you been?" And he goes, "Thank you." And then he goes back to the gorilla position, whatever he does. Maybe he was like, okay, let me say what I gotta say. I gotta go back to Titus Catering. He's cooking a mean steak. I gotta eat those cookies. I don't know. It is what it's all. That's it. Vince came out. Lasted about a minute or two. Is that what he had to say? And the fans thanked him. That's it. He left. And then Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, who was basically like the hype man tonight, walks us to the show and all the stuff. Blah 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 blah. All right. After that, we get the music of the Universal Champion, the head of the table, our tribal chief, and we must acknowledge him, Roman Reigns, Mr. Goldfist himself. So Roman comes out to he came out, fans were booing. I mean, I don't, people piped in chants, or piped in, stuff like that. I didn't really hear it. But yeah, he got as always, he would get a negative reaction. I thought he would actually get a, excuse me, a positive reaction. But that's all I gotta say about that. And so he comes out with, "My name is Paul Heyman." We have the pyro, blah blah blah. So take their sweet ass time, get in the ring as always. And then the Usos come out. I'm surprised they didn't get their theme song. Why didn't they get their theme song? They just came out. Okay. So anyway, they get in the ring. You know, Roman gets the belt, holds it up, and more pyro from the stage. Okay. All right, and then Ray and Dominic come out to a pretty good pop, and then the rated R superstar Edge Stain comes out to a monster pop. Whew. And you know, the wrestlers were interacting with the fans. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh no, he's got COVID. No masks and anything in Texas. It is what it is. Might be the same way next week. Doing not one, but 2 places next week. And I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so they all come out, they square off and everything. Blah, blah, blah. Then we go to break. We start the match. Paul Heyman's at ringside. We start the match. Match, like I said, was pretty decent. It's also with Jay jumping Edge to start the match. Edge fights back with a flapjack. And then he kind of stares at Roman a little bit. It was on the outside, and he gets up on the apron and everything. Starts to work over the arm of Jay. Dominic comes in, and then he works over the arm, tags Ray, does the same thing. Jay lands a right, tags in Jimmy, but he runs into an arm drag. Edge comes in, and they continue to work on the arm of the heels and everything. Jimmy this time. Excuse me. Ray comes in. Edge hoists Jimmy up. In a electric chair position. Ray hits the seated senton for a near fall. And then Dominic comes in. So the heels are in control for a little bit. Now Dominic hits a lion's tongue for a near fall. Jimmy fights his way back with some right hands. And then Jay comes in on a blind tag, hits an insecurity to Dominic. And then the heels are taking over on Dominic. Roman comes in, starts whipping that candy ass. Drags Dominic out of the ring, sends him back in, hits a suplex. Then he rolls Dominic back out the ring. He follows. Then he bounced Dominic off the announce table, which did not break. I am the table. Then he powerbombs him onto the table. Like I said, I am the table. And Dominic's he's screaming in pain. And freaking Roman's like, yeah, it's my yard, dude. Yeah, my yard. Stuff like that. And fans are still booing the living crap out of Roman. I guess people in Texas don't acknowledge him. I don't know. Anyway, we go to break. We come back. Dominic starts to fight back on Jimmy. Both men go down. And both men get the tag. Edge gets the hot tag. Tries to hit Roman. Roman avoids it. Edge with a snake eyes on Jay. Big boot clothesline on the floor for Roman. And he's all fired up. He gets back in the ring. Edge avoids a small drop, but eats a super kick as Ray comes in and gets a tilt-a-whirl DDT. Goes for the cover. Jimmy comes in to save the match. Dominic then sends Jimmy out the ring, hits a dive on him. Well, he dives on him, but then Roman slams him into the ring post. Ow. And then in the ring, Jay and Ray, hey, that rhymes. They square off. Ray sets off with a 619. Roman blocks him, drives him into the apron, then back in the ring. Edge comes from around the ring, spears Roman. So they're out of it. Ray with a FOOK roll-up, Jay kicks out. And then Jimmy with a cheap shot. And then Jay pins Ray with a 1922 schoolboy with the tights. And they get the win. So the Bloodline, Roman, and the Usos get the win. Pretty solid match. And I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. I went on, when I was kind of live, not live, I was on commenting on Twitter and watched the freaking ending to it. I said that the Mysterious and A one, and then Kayla had a freaking well, did you just botch? but it is what it is. So match itself was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So the Usos and Roman win, and that's that. After the match, Jay starts beating up on Ray. Jimmy takes out Dominic, but Edge comes in with a chair, takes out both of the Usos, but Roman comes in, hits a run punch, knocking Edge down. Then Roman goes outside, gets the chair, breaks off the leg of the chair, tries to do what Edge has done to him and the Usos, putting that freaking leg of the chair in the mouth. But he takes too long. Edge comes back, hits a spear. Then he locks Roman in the tool assisted crossface, and Roman's screaming. He's tapping out. Fans going nuts. Edge then let's go. And then he picks up the belt and he poses with it. And you know what that means? He's losing. That's all I gotta say about that. Listen, people that usually hold the belt up before a pay-per-view, most of the time they lose. That's all I gotta say about that. So that was that. So I gave the Aftermath once again 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. All right, we'll move on. That's it. After get Pat McAfee and Mitchell Cole reminding us of what's to come. Like I said, the Fatal 4-Way match between the Smackdown the people on Smackdown in the men's Money in the Bank. Big E, Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kevin Owens coming up. Bianca Belair and Carmella. And more to come on SmackDown. That's it. All right, after a break, we come back. We go to the back where we see Edge and Mysterios. They're walking and talking. And then we see the lovely Kayla Braxton come in. And the Mysterio's like, "Oh, we'll see you later, dude." So she wants to talk to Edge, Stain. Edge says here, he wished making Roman tap, earlier would make his title fight easier, but he knows that it's not true. He says Sunday he's going to have to go to places he's probably never been. And the last thing he has to do in this industry is win the Universal title. And he says he'd be more sadistic than I've ever been, stuff like that. And then we hear somebody laughing, and then the camera pans over. It's Seth Rollins, and I don't know where he gets his suits from, but this time he had a black suit with like stars on it, suit pants, and at the top too. He's laughing at Edge. Funny. So Seth says Roman might be self-absorbed megalomaniac. Nice Incubus saying. Self-absorbed megalomaniac he's ever seen, but Roman has Edge's number. So Seth says, he's going to be Edge's biggest fan on Sunday. He wants him to win the Universal title because he says he's going to win Money in the Bank. Hopefully not. And then finish what he started 7 years ago, 2014, when he had his boot on Edge's neck, but then pulled the trigger, breaking his neck and everything. Cena had to stop it, of course. He says nothing would be sweeter for him than cashing in on a man who made Money in the Bank famous. And that's it. So more teasing for the eventual Edge Stain and Seth Rollins match at SummerSlam, and we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, I don't think Seth's going to win the Money in the Bank. I hope he doesn't, because I don't want to get a WrestleMania 31 all over again. God forbid he wins it and does the same thing he did at WrestleMania 31. Comes out, and both Edge and Roman are down. He comes out, cashes in, making it a triple threat match, and he wins the goddamn Universal title. I hope not. I pray not. I don't want him to. But then get Edge can win, and then Seth teases it, and then Rollins cashes in a SummerSlam, but I hope not. But I still think Roman's gonna be, and that's gonna set up the match at over the next couple weeks going into SummerSlam and their match at SummerSlam, which I think Edge will probably win, but it is what it is. All right, so we'll see what happens on Sunday with Edge and Roman and Seth waiting in the wings, and we'll see. That's it. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we will move on. All right, then we go back to the ring, and right from there we go right to the ring, and Sami Zayn comes out, Mr. Generico. He was in Texas, which is close to Mexico. So I wonder if he crossed the border and pick up all those illegal Mexicans trying to get in, the migrants and everything. Because he steals orphans from Mexico. Oh, it's true. Just ask Kevin Steen. But it is what it is. Anyway, Sami comes out and he's pissed. He says no one has the courage to talk about how he's been excluded from Money in the Bank. But continuing on this crusade, he wants justice and stuff like that. Ugh. He starts, running down the shiny distractions, but for over a year, he's been a victim of conspiracy. Kind of makes fun of the set a little bit. That's fine. He says, oh, despite all that, it's fine because tonight he's got the fans in his corner and the people have seen it all, and now he needs them all. He gets in the ring. And he wants the fans, to stand up and make them know the conspiracy won't stand. So he tries to get a "Justice for Sami" chant. Briefly heard it, but fades out real quick. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised," and he calls, the fans in Texas hee-haws, hee-haw, and they're not on his side. But he doesn't need them. He needs justice. And he says that there was any justice in the world, he'd have the Money in the Bank case lowered and handed to him. Blah blah blah. He's like, I should be Money in the Bank. Blah blah. Yeah, shut up. And then he gets cut off by the music of the Prince. The Prince, the man who was former two-time NXT champion, the man, the Prince, Finn Balor, comes out in his blue freaking tights. So I guess he's now on the Smackdown roster. He's done with NXT, so I had a brief little run in NXT. Had some pretty decent matches with Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, baby, and Cross. Of course, he lost the belt to Killer Cross. We all know that. And he had a pretty good match, I think, Pete Dunne as well. But still, now he's back on the main roster. What are you gonna do with him? I can tell you what they're gonna probably do with him. Probably put him in the Intercontinental title picture. Go after Apollo Crews. Maybe win the Intercontinental title again, fight the second time. And probably be in mid-card hell again. Like the same thing he was on Monday Night Raw. They're going to put him in mid-card hell, and then pretty soon they're going to forget about him again. Balor's going to go back to Titus Catering, and then probably eventually either get released. I doubt he's going back to NXT for a third time. I just think they're probably going to release him. And then he goes to Japan, gets back with the OG Bullet Club. That's where I think he's going. He's going back to Japan, or maybe AEW. Not that I think they need him, but they could use him, and then Balor. I don't know. Balor goes to the Elite. I doubt that, but because Gallows and Anderson are there, and they win the OG Bullet Club. Like, really can't. Well, he could form the Elite Bullet Club. With Gallows and Anderson and Kenny, and the Bucks, of course. Now, Balor could fit in right there, but then him and Kenny will have like a freaking, who's going to be the leader? That could happen, but I don't see it. But you never know. never know in this wacky world of wrestling. Anyway, so Finn Balor comes out. The fans are going nuts. He's doing his theme. So Balor comes out, gets in the ring. He looks at Sammy. Sammy's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" But Sammy welcomes Balor back to the main roster. Then he tries to take a cheap shot, but Balor plants him with a 1917. Then he backs up and goes, "This!" Hits the shotgun drop kick. Then he goes up top, hits the coup de grace. And that's it. So Balor stands tall. The fans are going nuts. That's it. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Great to see Balor back, but I still think he's gonna do the same thing he was on Raw. Mid-card hell. Probably be the Intercontinental Champion, and that's it. Maybe get a Universal title shot. But, it's against Roman. I doubt he's not going to beat Roman. Yeah, he'll be in the title picture, but he's not going to win it. Unless, he fights, somebody like maybe Drew McIntyre or somebody with Drew. I say by the fall or winter, he'll probably get a title shot. But like I said, I don't think he's going to win the Universal title. I just don't think. But like I said, who knows? And that's that. All right, so like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Balor is back on SmackDown. Well, Balor's on SmackDown. And it looks like we're going to get a feud between Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. And we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if that's going to be a match at Money in the Bank or it's going to be a match next week. But we'll see. We shall see, and that's at least about that. My neck hurts. God, my neck. It's hot. 1 o'clock in the morning. On a Friday night. Let's party. What are we drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What are we drinking? Well, I was drinking Arizona. Gone now. I'll drink some water after this. I don't know. I got so much stuff in the fridge. It just was. All right, so we get that. All right. After that, we get a recap of the debut, the SmackDown main roster debut of Shotzi, not Blackheart, Shotzi, and Nox. Not Tegan Nox, but Shotzi and Nox. Sounds like a freaking law firm. The law firm of Shotzi and Nox. Yeah. Anyway, so we see them making their SmackDown debut last week, beating the women's tag team champions, Natalya and Tamina. Saw that. So that leads to Shotzi and Tegan heading to the ring. Didn't get a big reaction or anything, but nice to see them on SmackDown in front of fans. That's nice and everything. I think it would have been better, if they came out this week instead of last week, but it is what it is. So anyway, they head to the ring, for a contenders match against the tag champs, so a rematch from last week, and Shotzi and Tegan win. They get a burp. They get a belch. No, that too. They get 2 belches. No. They get a title match against the champs, which will probably be sometime in the future, maybe next week. I don't know. So we get in the ring, and then we go to break. So that's that. I didn't have to rate that. All right. We go to break. We come back. We get a little video package for the Intercontinental Champion, Apollo Crews. Just because, people wanted, I guess we were supposed to be reminded that he's the champ. You didn't see really see much of Commander Aziz. Cool. Well, yeah, so I guess they wanted to showcase. I was like, oh, it's Apollo. My styles. I was like, okay. Out come the women's tag team champions, Tamina and Natalya. Then we get to match number 2, rematch from last week. Like I said, if Shotzi and Nox win, they'll get a title shot in the future. And then we see on commentary, we got the other two participants in the Smackdown women's down Money in the Bank match, Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan, at opposite ends, of course. So they, Liv's like, I can't wait, my first Money in the Bank ladder match, and I'm going to win. No, you're not. And Zelina's laughing and blah blah blah, interrupting her, and they go back and forth. I'm like, shut up. In the ring, Tamina starts the match with a body slam on Shotzi. They start working on Shotzi. I don't know why they started with that. I was thinking Shotzi would start with Natalya. Bad booking. Anyway, so they're working on Shotzi for a little bit. Natalya comes in. Shotzi hits her with an enziguri, then a double leg drop into a jackknife pin for a near fall. Then Tamina distracts Shotzi. Natalya takes her out. Tamina comes back in. They stomp on Shotzi for a bit. They go back and forth. So they're actually doing some textbook tag team wrestling 101. The champs. If you're champs, you gotta do that. Like the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, and all those great tag teams back in the day. So they're doing that, really isolating Shotzi. Shotzi though fights back. She goes for the tag. She missed, but somehow the referee's like, I think it was the who was it, that the female referee, Jessie, I think it was. Oh God, I wasn't even watching who the referee was. Anyway, she was the first tag, and then the referee's like, okay, you can do it again. Tagged again. So kind of sloppy match. Tegan Nox comes in, she goes nuts. Hits a senton in the corner on Natalya, and then she hits the shiniest wizard and win the match. But Tamina picks it up. And then Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan start brawling just because. Why not? Because of the distraction, they were brawling, and then Zelina Vega throws Liv in the ring. The referee's like, what are you doing? And then Liv Morgan just goes in and right out and then around and jumps off the steps and takes Zelina down. This distraction allowed Tegan to get a 1925 small package and pins Natalya 1, 2, 3. So Shotzi and Tegan win the match, and they're the #1 contenders for the women's tag team belts. And I hope they win. I really do. Like I said, there's not many tag teams on Raw or SmackDown, or even in, well, I would say NXT, but NXT already has women's tag team champions in Io and Zoe Stark. So I really can't go to NXT. That's kind of, but there's not any tag teams on Raw or SmackDown. So if you want to do a title change, let's do it. Just do it. This be the Shotzi and Nox's third match on SmackDown. They get the title. They beat the champs twice. Can they do it a third time? I think they could. So we'll see what happens. So in the future date, whenever that may be, Shotzi and Tegan will get a title shot against Tamina and Natalya. And like I said, I hope they win, become tag team champions, and we'll probably never see them defend the belts. Like all the other champions we've had. Bailey and Sasha twice. Or at least Kyrie and Asuka defended the belts here and there twice, by the way. Alexa and Nikki Cross twice. The Iconics twice. Now we got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler twice. Didn't defend the belt that much. Now we got Natalya and Tamina, who haven't really defended the belts yet. And that's it. They won the belts. I don't even think they had a rematch, or maybe they had a rematch, and that was it. Who cares? The women's tag team belts should be thrown in the garbage. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, so match was wasn't great. It was sloppy. yeah, like it is what it is. Throughout the whole night, the camera work was so horrible, like going all over the place. You know, especially during the entrances. You know, they're showing that the wrestler comes from like this, like, well, he's coming out this way, and the freaking cameraman's like behind him, and he's trying to, he has to like maneuver around the freaking face shot. Stupid. That cameraman is all the cameraman should be fired. Bad production, like I said, but it is. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars, and it is what it is. Afterwards, the 4 women in the 4 women from the Smackdown side in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, they start going at it, as you all know. It was gonna happen anyway. Tamina drops on the Vega with a super kick. But then Liv Morgan avoids Tamina's charge, and outside the ring, she heads in the ring where she drops the tire with the semi version of the code breaker, and that's it. And Liv Morgan stands tall. The fans are going semi nuts for her. Not that she's gonna win. I mean, if she does win, I really won't care. Not that she's gonna win the SmackDown Raw or NXT Women's title. I still think it's gonna be Lexi at this point. I was hoping to be Becky or Sasha, but probably won't be. But Becky is slated to be at Money in the Bank. It is what it is, and that's that. My neck's killing me right now. Ugh, I'm thinking a bad headache. That's probably why I got a headache and then my neck starts hurting. But banging. I digress. Anyway, so after that, we move on from that. We move on from that, and we go to the back. We see the Smackdown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She has hair. That's not really her hair, but she's Bianca Belair. She's walking in the back, and her title defense against Carmella is coming up next. So we see her walking, and she walks by Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, basically doing nothing. I guess they were in catering, and they're like, "Oh, we need you to do something." And they're like, "Okay, we'll come out of catering for a second before maybe the steak wasn't done yet. I don't know." So we see them looking at Bianca, and I think one of them said something to Bianca, and she's like, "No," and then ignored them, and then left, and then headed to the ring. So yeah, we saw a Bobby Roode Dolph Ziggler sighting. Whoop-de-doo. And that's pretty much it. And we'll move on from there. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Really didn't care for that. But it is what it is. All right, then we go to break and come back with McAfee for the SmackDown Women's title. Bianca Belair. She takes on the I guess the self-appointed #1 contender, Carmella. Not much of a reaction for Carmella, but a big time pop for Bianca Belair. And come to the ring, blah blah blah. Get to the match. Match was decent, not great, but still, it is what it is. But I think you knew the obvious winner here. Anyway, so it starts off with Bianca overpowering Carmella, but Carmella comes back and slaps the taste out of Bianca, which pissed off the champ. So they're playing Chase, not that Chase. Hi Chase, by the way. Playing Chase before hitting a wheelbarrow snapmare, but Bianca rolls through, hits a shoulder block. Then she kind of hits a weird-looking drop kick. But then Carmella comes back with a kick, some back elbows in the corner. Then the Bronco Buster for a 1 count. But Bianca comes back, does some gymnastics. Then some shoulder blocks in the corner. Then she hits a stiff elbow to Carmella, but tries to use the ring post from the apron, but Carmella is able to yank her shoulder first into the ring. Out. Go outside the ring. Carmella brings things back in the ring, gets a near fall out of that, heads out of the ring again. Then she tosses Bianca around the ring, ringside area, and into the barricade. Blah blah blah. So we're gonna break and come back. As always, well, not always, but sometimes during the break, the faces come back. Most of the time, the heels come back. But Bianca comes back, bounces Carmella around the turnbuckles, hits a 1920 scoop slam. Then some more gymnastics into a moonsault from Bianca, gets a near fall. She goes up top, Carmella cuts her off. Bianca fights back, drags Carmella up with her, but Carmella fights back, climbs up to the top rope, hits a Hurricane Rana for a near fall. Bianca tried for a double underhook suplex. Carmella avoided it. They go back and forth with 1920 fruit roll-ups. But Carmella gets locks in a guillotine on Bianca. Bianca starts fading, and then she starts hooking up brother. Recovers, transitions. I'll get it out. That's what she said. Into a suplex, which got a nice reaction from the crowd. Going to get some near fall out of that. Carmella goes to the apron, tries to grab Bianca's fake hair, but Bianca knocks into her. She tries to go for the whip, with her hair. Carmella lands a super kick. Then they go out of the ring. They were out of the ring, I should say. They're out of the ring. Carmella lands a super kick. They hit into the ring, and Carmella goes for a near fall. Carmella tries for a super kick. Bianca avoided it. Takes her hair, bap, whips the living crap out of Carmella. Then she picks her up, hits the KOD, the kiss of death. Wait, I don't know why you named it the KOD. Not Kill of Demons, but no. I knew somebody who used Kiss of Death. I know a couple people that used the Kiss of Death from the old EFED days. One of them is currently wrestling. Not in the EFED world, but I think you know her as Valerie Sky. Rosemary. Doesn't use the Kiss of Death, but it is what it is. But she had, and also former ex-wife Maria Brink. Not that Maria Brink, but anyway, she used the Kiss of Death as well. Two different versions of the move, though. Different moves. One was the Widowmaker by Victoria, and what Valerie Sky uses is what's called the Red Wedding, what she uses now, the Red Wedding. That F5 that she does, but she used to do. I think she has a new move now. She uses a spear. I don't know why. I don't know why Rosemary, of all people, using a spear to win a match. I mean, she has hit Red Wedding before, but I don't know. I just don't understand why she's not using it that much. But it is what it is. Now she's not. Now Rosemary, of all people, Valerie Sky, is in a tag team with Jessica Havoc. Why not? And now they're going after the tag team, the women's tag team belts that Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan have. They're gonna be going after them tomorrow night on at Slammiversary. I hope they win. I really do. Not saying anything bad about Tasha Steelz or Kiera Hogan, but they've held on to them for a little bit too long. Not too long, because they want them back from Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering, who broke up and then they got back together. Go figure that one out. But yeah, so got Havoc and Rosemary going after the women's tag team belts tomorrow night at Slammiversary. We'll see what happens. I hope they win. For my sake, I hope that Rosemary can bring one half of the women's tag team belts back to the Profits. Just got honorary member. But yeah, hopefully, hopefully they win. Finally, bring back some freaking gold. It's the Prophecy, even though I want Rosemary to be freaking Knockouts champion. And it is what it is. But Deonna Purrazzo's just going on a long one with her second reign as a Knockouts champion, and now she signed a contract last night on Impact. And Scott D'Amore's like dropping who it could be. He's like, we know things might be a hot mess, meaning Chelsea Green. And then he's saying, oh, we're gonna be in Nashville. It might be hardcore country, maybe Mickey James. And then he mentions who do you mention else? He says, I think he said, I think Scott D'Amore said it was gonna be iconic, meaning Cassie Lee and Billie Kay, or Jessica Kay, I think her name is. Her real name is. That's what I think their real names. I know Cassie Lee is Peyton Royce's real name, and Jessica Kay, I think it's Jessica Kay, is Billie Kay's real name. So one of the Iconics could be in there. I mean, it could be anybody. And Tommy Dreamer comes in and it's like, oh, by the way, we didn't. The person you're fighting, we haven't hired yet. Well, good luck. So, like I said, it could be one of those 4 ladies, I should say. Could be Chelsea, which I doubt, because she was in Ring of Honor last week at Best in the World, and Larry hasn't signed with Ring of Honor, the contracts, which is a free agent. But she could appear at Slammiversary because they have a tag match. Matt Cardona, Mr. Woo Woo Woo, the guy's got his ass handed to him by Nick fucking Gage, GCW. I don't know when that match is. I think it's coming, which is I believe next weekend, in Atlantic City. So if you want to go to that, go. I'm not going. So that was gonna be Chelsea Green, because I think Chelsea's gonna team up with her fiance, Mr. Matt Cardona, Mr. Woo Woo Woo, to take on the weird team of Brian Myers and Tennille Dashwood, who came out and hit Mr. Woo 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 in his woo woo, in his nutsack, and they're claiming that it was a thing that they said that Tennille and Matt Cardona used to date before he got with Chelsea Green. Lucky him. Lucky Matt Cardona. He's been around, that guy. Dated up. He dated Tennille Dashwood. Emma, who you don't know who she is. He dated her for a little bit. And then he had a little thing, storyline, but with our good friend Eve Torres. Remember that one? When he was in a wheelchair, and then Eve Torres started kissing Cena, and he's like, "Dude!" And he yelled at Cena, had a match with Cena. Cena whipped his ass. Okay. And Kane, pushed him. He was in a wheelchair. He pushed him off the stage. You don't remember that? If you don't, well, go watch it. But yeah, so yeah, he had a little, storyline thing with E. Torres. Then he, in real life, he dated Tennille Dashwood, and now he's basically almost married to Chelsea Green. So they could do that. They could have, Matt Carter and his fiance get her Impact Laurel Van Ness, the hot mess, Laurel Van Ness, and they come back. They face Brian Myers and Tenille Dashwood. They get the win. You never know. They could have a real life wedding on Impact, but you know how weddings are in wrestling, especially for Laurel Van Ness. I don't think she wants to get married again, especially in TNA. Remember how the first one ended? Her getting drunk, and then Braxton Sutter, sounds like I don't love you. Because Braxton Sutter and Allie are a real life couple, so they kind of played that out. That was the last time we saw Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis. It is what it is. But yeah, so we can see that. As far as Mickie James goes, doubt that. I highly doubt it's Mickie, because Mickie said she's not going to be an Impact, or she said something because she's I think I don't know if she's wrestling or I know she's producing the first ever NWA women's pay-per-view called Empower. EMPOWERR, like the TV show Power. So they got that. So Mickey's probably gonna be on that, along with I would think Thunder Rosa and Camille, the NWA Women's Champion Allison Kay, Melina, Kylie Ray, and a couple other women they'll get on that pay-per-view. So that's gonna be Jay. Could be the Iconics. Could be one of the Iconics or both the Iconics. Who knows? There's a rumor, somebody said it might be Gail Kim, but even though Gail Kim said, let me make it crystal clear, I'm retired. And they're saying that there might be like a tease that Gail Kim will fight Deonna Purrazzo. I highly doubt that. And then there's the rumors of Ruby Riott coming back. Ruby coming in Impact, even though she's going to be known as Ruby Soho or whatever the hell her name is going to be. Not Heidi Loveless, which sucks. But it is what it is. So could be Ruby Riott. Then again, people on Twitter are saying like that the Forbidden Door could open, and get somebody from AEW like Hikaru Shida. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that, because I think Deanna's friends with Hikaru Shida. Or she's friends with somebody. I forget who she was. I forget what they said. But I think it's Shida, but I think it's somebody else. I forget who it was. But yeah, you could do that. You could have Shida versus Deonna Purrazzo. It's not going to be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. Though I would love to see that one. Once they have fought before in the Indies, they could do that. But I doubt that's going to happen. Then again, they could bring somebody from Japan. I don't know who. Not anybody anybody, that's a big name in Japan. Not like Kairi Sane. Like Kairi Sane's not going to go to Impact. But like I said, the Forbidden Door might open and you get Shida, or you get maybe, I doubt, but Britt Baker or Thunder Rosa or something like that. But it's probably gonna be, I would think Ruby Riott. I would think, but I don't know. But they'll make it sound like. Thanks for the preview, by the way. Make it sound like Deanna's gonna lose the belt to whoever is this surprise. So I guess we're going to have to find out tomorrow night on Slammiversary. They're saying a lot of old WWE people are going to be at the event. So could be Mickie, could be Ruby. Probably going to be, might probably be C Green. Could be Iconic, could be the Iconics. But who knows? But it's probably going to be somebody from one of those names. Or somebody else. I don't know. And then that's that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow at Slammiversary. Should be a pretty decent show. You know, the 20th anniversary of TNA. Who thought that TNA would still be around 20 years later? I didn't think that, but it is what it is. And got an Ultimate X match with Ace Austin, Josh Alexander, and I think Chris Sabin. Ultimate X. That's always nice to see. That's gonna be probably the match of the night. And then the main event, Kenny Omega defending the Impact Championship against Sami Callihan in a no disqualification match. Probably gonna be brutal, but I think Kenny's gonna retain. I really don't think that Sami's gonna win the belt for the second time. I don't think. Also, another name that could but probably won't come back to Impact is Tessa Blanchard. I highly doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I highly doubt that. The way they ended, where Tessa ended her relationship with Impact, so probably not Tessa Blanchard. So, if Tessa does come back, it's probably gonna be either with Ring of Honor, doubtful NXT or WWE, and doubtful for AEW. But it is what it is. Even though Tony Khan promised surprises over the next few weeks, we'll see. I think one of them is going to be Braun Strowman coming pretty soon, and another one might be. There's a high probability that our good buddy Bryan Danielson might be showing up in AEW. You know, they're playing out scenarios for if Danielson comes in, you know, saying that, when Kenny faces Adam Page at Fight for the Fallen, you know, it's going to be a screw job finish, and then they had the rematch at All Out. And then they have the match at All Out in Chicago, you know, get near the end of the match, blah, 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 you know, the Elite come out, and they start messing with Page, and, you know, they knock him out, or they come out, they try to mess up the match again, and then the Dark Order come out, and then big chaos happens, and, you know. And then while in the ring, Kenny's about to load up the belt shot, like he probably would do it, you know, at Fight for the Fallen. He loads it up. He's ready to go. Page is like wobbly and everything. Then the lights go out. And like, what's going on? Who's gonna come out? And the fans are like going like, you know, with the cameras and everything. I'm like, who's gonna come out? It's gonna be Malachi Black. Who's gonna be, you know, somebody else? And then we hear, you know, the Final Countdown song comes out. Everybody's going nuts. And then we see Bryan Danielson either come out to a humongous pop, or he appears from behind, takes out Kenny with the with the knee plus, you know, that the Bazaki kick, knocks him out, and then he takes Page, or Page is like, what the hell? And Page goes 1, 2, 3. Page wins the AEW World Title. And then next thing you know, we'll probably get Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega for the next 6 months. That could happen. It could, but you never know. The forbidden door is always open. So Bryan could appear at All Out, but then not sign with AEW, and go on his retirement tour, and he goes to goes back to Ring of Honor for like maybe a couple months. Tries to go for the world title. Maybe he wins it and then he drops it. And then he finishes his career probably in Japan. But we'll see. And as far as the CM Punk thing goes, not happening. Not happening. Oh, but he got his win back in that UFC fight when he got his bell rung. I think it was the first one or the second one. I know he lost both of them. I don't know. One of those fights, he got the crap beat out of him. Then they come to find out that one of the guys, his drug test came in and he failed the drug test. I think it was, and they said, "Punk, you got the win." So Punk is 1-1 in the MMA. Woo! So I guess Punk's happy. Now he's 1-1 in the MMA, so he's even. But that's probably the last time we'll see Punk in the MMA. In the UFC, I should say, the MMA. In the UFC. So yeah, he's 1-1 in the UFC. Whoop, damn dude. Got beat both those times. So why not do a third one? Get his butt kicked again. But it is what it is. Fuck the UFC. Fuck all the fans too. That's it. All right, let's go back to what it is. All right, so we were talking about Bianca Belair. She retains the SmackDown Women's title over Carmella with the kiss of death. So she retains the title. Match was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Nothing happened after. I was hoping Sasha would come out. I thought she was advertising. Gonna wait till after SmackDown. After Money in the Bank to make her return, which could happen next week, or maybe a week or the week after that, or right before SummerSlam, maybe a week or two before SummerSlam. So I have a 2-week build. Can't do that. They can't do that. You can't have a 2-week build to bring Sasha back and then her challenging Bianca at SummerSlam with a 2-week build. Can't do that. You have to bring back Sasha next week. You have to. Because Bianca right now, who is she going to face? It has to be Sasha, unless that Becky comes back and then challenges Bianca for the belt, which could be a pretty good match. But I think Becky's going to come back and go after the Raw Women's title that she really never lost. So she probably might get involved near the. Sorry, my stomach's hurting right now. I gotta eat something before I throw up. He's gonna puke. So we'll get that. So they could Becky probably come back and get involved in the Charlotte Flair thing. Maybe Charlotte wins, and then she's parading around with a belt, for the 14th time, and the next thing we hear the music of the man, Becky Lynch. She comes out, fucking built. The fans are going nuts. I mean, humongously nuts for her. And then we get another Becky Charlotte match. This time at SummerSlam, Becky wins. Becky wins the belt back. Not that she never lost. She gets the belt back, and then probably go back and forth, with other rematch at Extreme Rules. And then Rhea Ripley gets her rematch, probably at whatever the October pay-per-view is. And then go from there. But we'll see. But if it's Bianca and Sasha, that means Becky's going to SmackDown, and Charlotte's going to ruin the, win the belt, ruin the division, and we're going to get Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, part 3, part 4, part 5, because there's nobody else there besides Asuka, Alexi, and Nikki Cross. And one of them, Nikki Cross or Alexi, are going to win Money in the Bank and probably cash in on either Becky or Charlotte or Rhea Ripley at this point. What we'll see. That's that. But Sasha hopefully will come back next week. I hope. We'll see. Hopefully he comes back. All right, forget that. But Bianca retains, and we'll see what happens with her next week. All right, after that, we go to the back where we see Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, and Otis in the back. So Chad Gable starts talking. He says he knows the importance of all 5 senses. Anyway, so he and Otis see people ducking them They feel the tension, they hear the fear from others, and Gable can taste Otis's victory over Cesaro coming up. So Cesaro comes in. He's like, "Yeah, I do smell that. I smell bull funky. Bull." So anyway, at least last week they didn't list Cesaro on that list of people Otis would destroy. So then Gable says they weren't even thinking about him, but they say congratulations because now you got Otis's full attention. Then Otis hits a cheap shot right in the ribs, and he starts beating up Cesaro a little bit as we go to break. Yeah. Cesaro should have won last week. He should be in the Money in the Bank match, not like douchebag Otis. Now his freaking push is on again. He had a monster push. A monster push. Beating Seth at WrestleMania. Then they had the series of matches with him that were pretty damn good. Then he faces Roman. Not that he was gonna win, but he had that moment with Roman, and that was it. Stupid. Just utterly fucking stupid. So now his push is gone, and now guess where he is, ladies and gentlemen? Mid-card hell / soon to be Titus Catering. I'm sorry, Cesaro should just leave the WWE, go back to Ring of Honor, or go to AEW. Really, I hope he goes to Ring of Honor, but and then you bring back you resurrect Chris Hero from wherever he is. Reform the Kings of Wrestling in Ring of Honor. Let them win the tag team belts and hold it for almost a year again. Have the Kings of Wrestling versus the Briscoes. Versus whoever, maybe something, the tag team champions, Chris Dickinson and Homicide, Violence Unlimited. Let them fight them. Let them fight, Kenny King and not Kenny King, Red Titus and Jonathan Gresham, or Jay Lethal, the Foundation. They can fight them. They can fight, I would say Shane Taylor production, but they're just 6-man tag team champions. You gotta bring back a third guy. Who they can bring back, I don't know. Not gonna be Shane Hagedorn or whatever it is, but yeah, I would have them go after the tag team belts. Let them beat Dickinson and Homicide, or whoever has the belts when they come back. Let them hold it for like a year or so, and then lose it to the Briscoes for the 12th time. But it is what it is. Or they could Cesaro could go to AEW, be a big star in singles competition. Then you bring back you could bring in Chris Hero. They go after the tag belts and win them from the Bucks or wherever. Have some good matches. But it is what it is. WWE fucks Cesaro. They really, ever since Cesaro came into WWE, bypassed freaking NXT. He comes in, wins. He wins the Royal. Thought he was gonna get an Intercontinental title down the drain. Then kind of forgot about Cesaro, and then he comes back. He has that stupid 7-match thing with Sheamus that ended in a freaking draw. Then they paired him up with Heyman. I thought that was going to be something, but they broke that up. The only good things about Cesaro did was be, I think, a 4-time champion with Sheamus and La Bar. That's the only good thing they did with him. Only good thing. Other than that, nothing. Nothing with Cesaro. And once again, Cesaro's in obscurity. They really could have gave him an Intercontinental title shot against Apollo. Put him in a nice little feud with Apollo. maybe they actually pulled the trigger for once, give him the Intercontinental title, let him hold it for a little bit, and then maybe, just maybe, give him another Universal title shot. Not that he's gonna win, but just a freaking shame with Cesaro, up and down, like mama's ass. You know, the push. Pretty much it. I think he had like a 3, and now he's well, he's losing to a douchebag like Otis. Well, he didn't lose this match, but he's in a match with Otis when he should be in Money in the Bank and winning Money in the Bank. Drop the ball once again. WWE drops goddamn ball. I just hope Cesaro leaves. I want him to get released. Well, you should ask for his release. Like, get me out of here. Take my ball and go to Ring of Honor. Go to AEW. Be all elite. Or go back to PWG. He could do that. He could do that. Who knows? Who knows? That's it. All right. So they beat Otis and Gable. Well, basically Otis beat up Cesaro in the back, and looks like Cesaro is not going to be at 100% for their match coming up. But I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Blah 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 blah. That's it. All right, we're gonna. How much time we got? Okay, almost done. Anyway, after that we get a Toni Storm vignette. She's gonna be making her SmackDown debut next week. We'll see what happens with that. That's it. All right, then we get to match number 4. Otis with Chad Gable takes on Cesaro. Yeah, quick match. Cesaro got a nice little pop. This shows Cesaro, some highlights of Cesaro with the, one of the biggest swings of his career against the Great Khali. Great Khali, poopy. And Cole wonders Cesaro can swing Otis. Don't want to go there. Anyway, Otis, Cesaro comes out. He's holding his ribs and stomach and everything. So Otis kind of works on that early on. Cesaro fights back with some European Tiger uppercuts. Gable causes a distraction. Otis body shot. Hits the world's strongest slam. He goes in. He charges in the corner. Cesaro avoids him. Otis gets sent into the ring post. Ow. And then Chad Gable comes in and hits Cesaro with a German suplex, causing disqualification. So Cesaro wins. Whoop-de-damn freaking do. I gave that 1 of 5 stars. Blah blah blah. After that, Cesaro gets up, starts beating up on Gable, hits Swiss death on him. Then the fans going nuts. They're like we want the swing, So Cesaro's like, okay, you got it. So swinging him about 4 times, and then Otis breaks it up, and then he hits an avalanche King Kong Bundy style in the corner. Then he hits the Vader bomb on Cesaro, and that's it. So the Alpha Academy stand tall, and another victim for Otis. He ready to put out both members of the Street Profits, and it looks like he might have put away Cesaro. But that's all I gotta say about that. So I give that, like I said, 1.5 out of 5 stars. Just a big waste of time. And that's all right. After that, we go to the back where we see Kayla Braxton outside the door of the tribal chief Roman Reigns. She's about to knock on the door. She knocks on the door. We thought Roman was going to come out, but my name is Paul Heyman comes out. So every time we see Kayla next, near Roman's locker room, they have to bring out Heyman because they have to do the whole talking smack. Oh wait, Heyman's not on talking smack anymore. We can't do that, but we have to because Heyman's with Roman, so we have to do that. I still don't understand why. Pat McAfee. Nothing wrong with that, but I kind of liked it better with Paul. But still, can't go wrong with Pat McAfee. But it is what it is. Anyway, so Heyman comes out, answers her questions, and he says, I'm gonna talk for Roman because I am the advocate for the tribal chief. I'm the special counsel. So Heyman says Edge has sinned tonight, and on Sunday, the defending, reigning Universal Champion will beat him and punish him for those sins. And that isn't a prediction. And before you can say that's a spoiler, then we hear, "Oh, Paulie! Don't you dare be clap for your soon-to-be Money in the Bank champion and feel the power." So Big E comes in, and Heyman's like, he's in one of those looks, and so Big E's like, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna be serious for a minute, like playing Storm. So like, I gotta tell you something really serious. He says, then he's like, he gets serious, and he says, Edge has a hold of Roman, and he starts laughing and everything. Yeah. So he kind of teases that he's gonna win Money in the Bank, and he's like, Edge has Roman's number. So yeah, that was that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. But kind of a tease that maybe, just maybe, hopefully, Big E wins Money in the Bank, gets the case, and he cashes in on, at this point, probably be Goldberg. Or it might be Bobby. But now that Goldberg's gonna be on Raw next week to set up his match with Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see Goldberg with another title reign that'll last a month. But if Goldberg wins, he's got to lose at Extreme Rules. So back to Bobby Lashley. And then if Big E wins, he's waiting in the wings. And they say there's a rumor. I don't know if it's a rumor, but they said that Big E was going to get put back on. Was going to go to Monday Night Raw in the draft, not to be teamed up with the New Day. He was going to just be by himself, and he was going to face Bobby Lashley. But at this point, it is what it is between now and when the draft in October. But if Big E cashes in on Goldberg, I would go freaking nuts. It's like, oh, he beat Goldberg! Yay! Not Bobby Lashley, but it's okay. That's what it is. That's that. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. That's on Sunday. Hopefully, Big E wins and not Seth Rollins. I think Big E, the crowd goes nuts, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll see him come out and he teases, maybe going after Roman, maybe going after Bobby Lashley on Raw. Then again, he can go after Cross on NXT. Not that it'd be a great match, but it'll be okay. But it is what it is. I still think he's gonna win Money in the Bank and then cash in on either Bobby Lashley or Goldberg or whoever has that belt. But I would think it'd be one of those guys. Probably be Bobby Lashley. But it is what it is. Like I said, nobody wants to see Goldberg at SummerSlam. But WWE has to sell tickets. We have to get a, Vince wants SummerSlam to be, the WrestleMania and everything. He wants to have big stars like Cena and Edge, and now Goldberg. Gotta have somebody to face Bobby Lashley, so why not Goldberg? Why not? Because you can't get Brock. Because I think he's stuck in Canada with his fucking travel restrictions for the fucking virus. But it looks like they want to set, like Vince said, it's like, Roman and Brock will make more money than Goldberg and than Brock and Bobby Lashley. What are you thinking there? What is wrong with you, Vince? Brock and Bobby won't. You mean to tell me Brock and Bobby Lashley won't be a big time match? All want to see two former UFC. Well, want to see that. But what we're gonna get? Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. All right, so I get that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, we're gonna finish this up real quick, and that's it. All right. Then from there we see Baron Corbin come out, and really, he just looked like a bum. Not like, you know, he just looked like a bum. He had a white T-shirt on, half open. Look, he had a mustard stain on it, who has some type of stain on it. Not that kind of stain, but looks like he came out of catering and maybe had a hot dog with, you know, with a mustard on it and mustard gun on it, something like that. He just looks like crap. No music. He's like, he just comes out and he's just like, you know, just not looking good. He's just had a bad last couple weeks. So he's gonna talk to the crowd. What did you do? All right, then we see a recap of what happened the last couple weeks. You know, his car getting towed, and Shinsuke and Big Boogs taking it. They took the crown. What's next for you know, what could it get any worse for Mr. Corbin? It just was. I was hoping that he would just come out and shoot and just say, "I'm out of here. I quit." He quit, not storyline. What? Do we get that? No. So he talks about, you know, the couple weeks have been the worst of his life. He's lost everything: his crown, his car, all the money, his investments and savings. He's like, you know, basically he has nothing left. Then he's like, the bank is about to foreclose my house. Then he talks about his 2-year-old daughter. I don't even know if he has a daughter. I doubt that. Anyway, he says his 2-year-old daughter is sick because she's having to eat spaghetti out of a can and not beef wagyu or something like that. Then he had a fire his seeds. Damn. He says this keeps up, his family will have to move in with his wife's parents. That's not a good thing. Then we hear a "You deserve it" chant. Then the "What" chants come out. Why not? So anyways, he says the good news is that we can help him in his tough time. So he says, I've set up a fund called the Corbin Fund. Yeah, nice take on GoFundMe. Great. So anyway, Corbin, he's like, I'm not asking for much, just a few, just a little bit. And then we see the Corbin Fund. It's like $100,000. Okay. So he's like, please donate. Every little bit helps. You know, and he's like asking the fans for help. The fans like, we don't give a shit. Then he starts, you know, going, you know, into this heel thing. He's like, everybody in Texas is cheap as the rest of the world. Yeah, nice cheap heat there. Corbin drops to his knees like, please help me. And then KO, Kevin Owens comes out to interrupt. I'm like, thank the Lord that this segment's about to be over. Corbin tells Kevin that he wants to believe he's here for the right reasons. He's a good person. You can help me out. You're a big influence in the locker room. You know, you can get those guys to help me, and you know, just a few high-profile donations will get everybody in line. He's like, Kevin, I know you have a heart. You know, your heart's in there, and I know you got some money. And then he starts mocking. He says, just look at you. You know the money you have. You know, you could have got a new wardrobe. And Owens like, what? And Owens is like, fuck you, Corbin. Boom, stunner, laid him out, and the fans go nuts. I was hoping to hit the package power driver and laid him out, and like broke his neck and laid him out, but can't use that. So I used the stunner. So I guess they're gonna go with a Baron Storm Corbin, Kevin Owens. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, big fat hairy. You know fucking why. That's it. All right, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. it is what it is. But basically, Vince McMahon pulled a YouTube. I guess he's been watching YouTube a little bit. And basically, he put a good old fashioned e-begging. So Baron Corbin's now an e-beggar. He's doing an e-begging gimmick. That's great. That's just great. Baron Corbin's now an e-beggar. It is. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe Vince watched an old YWC clip like spinning it. I need money for my car. Or the many other people have e-begged on that website, on this website, asking for money. Or these scams and stuff like that on this fucking website. It is what it is. I'm not going to name any names besides spinning it. I think all the other ones that have e-begged. But so, yeah, it's gonna. I said 2.25 stars. Blah 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 blah. All right. After that, Big E comes out. Fatal 4-way match, and if I can get my notes in order. Yeah. So they had the ladders around the ring. I thought that was a little bit of a nice touch, and there was gonna. All right. So Big E comes out, and then Rick Boogs comes out. And the fans are going nuts. He's playing the electric twanger, the guitar. Introduces Shinsuke. He comes out. The fans are going nuts, singing his theme. I was missing that ever since this fucking virus started. I missed freaking the fans, singing Shinsuke's theme. Even though they changed it, thankfully they brought his old theme back, and then they had the added thing with Rick Boogs and Pat McAfee's, on the table. He's doing this and that, hyping the crowd up and all that. That was kind of cool. All right, so and then after that, Seth Rollins comes out. I think he had his old theme. I might have missed it, but it looked like he came out, and then he's coming out to, I think, his old music, and then we hear "Burn It Down," and then I think it went back to the new music. I don't know. The music kind of looked weird, but anyway. Let me just check something real quick. All right, we're gonna have to finish real quick. 2 hours. I want to save. I think I should have enough time for all this, but it is what it is. For my next videos and stuff. Anyway, pretty good match. Back and forth, near falls out of that. Each man hitting the different moves. There's one point in the match where Nakamura comes in, helps, and they help with superplex. They get it, but Rollins tries a frog splash, but got nothing but canvas. Nakamura takes out Big E, lays in the knees to Seth, hits a wheel kick to KO, then a reverse exploder suplex. He's going nuts. He goes for the Kinshasa, but Big E intercepts with a big ending. Looks to win the match, but Rollins broke up the pin. He tosses Big E out of the ring, grabs one of the ladders at ringside. It's legal. Rollins then knocks Nakamura out of the ring with the ladder. Then he goes outside, gets some more ladders. While this goes on, Nakamura comes back. Him and Seth go back and forth. Rollins sets Nakamura on the announce table. And that's going to be used. Owens takes out Rollins. He goes up to the tippy top of the ladder. Then he goes on the top of the ladder, jumps off, does his best Jeff Hardy impersonation. Not with the swanton. He hits a diving, well, not the Macho Man elbow, but hits a diving elbow from the top of the ladder through Nakamura, through the table. It breaks. Thank God it broke. So both men are out. While back in the ring, Seth goes. Wrestling Cat's next to me. Back in the ring, Big E avoids the stomp. And then Big E tries to go for the big ending. Rollins avoided it. Then he hits the blackout onto the ladder. Ouch. In the ring. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins picks up the win. gets an advantage, a little bit of momentum and an advantage going into Money in the Bank. And after that's it. So match was pretty good. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Seth sets up the ladder under the briefcases. He climbs up, takes down the men's Money in the Bank briefcase, and he starts holding it. So we'll see if history can repeat itself and he wins Money in the Bank again, like he did 6 years ago. And then cashes in at, he could cash in at SummerSlam. We could cash in the same night. Hopefully not, but we'll see. And that's it. I still got Big E to win. I hope Big E's gonna win. I really don't want Rollins to win. I don't. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it for a pretty good SmackDown. Pretty good. Pretty solid SmackDown. So I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And that's pretty much it. And all right, that's pretty much it. All right, we got finally we had some people in the chat. It's all right. It's one person, it's nobody, or it's 5 million people, 500 people. I don't care. These people watch my shit. If they want to leave a dislike, at least you'll watch. But thank you for the free views, idiots. Anyway, we got my good buddy from Mexico. My good buddy Alejandro Casa. What's up, Alejandro? On this late night. It's 2 o'clock here in the Northeast. I think it's like 11 or 12 where you are. That's nice. On a Friday and a weekend. Hopefully your weekend's gonna go good, Alejandro. Anyway, he says, I'm just arriving and there was an idiot doing spam. Well, I took care of that. That's it. I think that was I think that was a fake Charlie Booker. I highly doubt that was him. But it is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, okay, next he says, I finished watching the SmackDown recap. It was decent, although I didn't like the ending of Rollins and Edge as last winners. Well, Edge wasn't at the end, but Rollins was at the end. But they're setting up Rollins and Edge at SummerSlam. Now, that could be for the Universal title. I don't think it will, because I really don't think Edge Steen is going to win the belt and then get a rematch for the belt at SummerSlam. I really don't think that's going to happen, because they're talking about Roman and Cena, who's coming back either next week or the week after that. I don't know. So they want to, Cena's going to come back and challenge Roman for the belt. So I think they're doing that. So it looks like Seth's gonna cost Edge the match. He's gonna be like real close, about to hit the spear, and the next thing you know, freaking Rollins comes in, attacks him and everything. Roman hits the spear or the Superman punch, or does something to win the match. So so Roman will retain, and then next Friday on SmackDown, Edge will come out and then really get pissed off at Seth. Seth will come out, it's like, oh, I did this and that, blah blah blah, and then Edge challenges him at SummerSlam. And that sets up the match, and then you got a couple of weeks to build. That's that. The same thing with Roman and Cena. You got a couple of weeks build, 3-4 week build, and that's that. But yeah. It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. But Seth winning tonight, I was hoping it would be Big E, and Big E rides that momentum into Money in the Bank, and he wins Money in the Bank. But Seth winning, kind of teased maybe that he wins Money in the Bank, cashes, and does a WrestleMania 31 all over again. that he wins Money in the Bank, then cashes in on Roman, which would probably be the main event. Who knows at this point what the main event is? They don't even know who's gonna win right now. They don't know like the finishes and stuff like that. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna do this and that? That's kind of stupid. It is what it is. So they kind of teased it. You know, they definitely teased Edge versus Seth, but it's gonna be for the title or it's not gonna be for the title. I'm thinking it's not gonna be for the title, but we'll see. We'll see on Sunday. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, we'll move on. All right. Next up, the last ones that are better positioned are the ones that lose. You know what bothers me more? That Goldberg is coming back on Monday. Yep, that's it. So first part of the comment, I don't understand. You're saying, the last ones that are better positioned are the ones that lose. I kind of don't understand that, but yeah, I'm kind of confused about that part. Anyway, the second part, I do understand. Yeah, you and me both, dude, with Goldberg. You and me both, and the fans too. All the fans don't want a sniff of Goldberg. Nobody cares about Goldberg coming back on Monday. I hope he gets booed out of the goddamn building in Dallas, Texas. I hope he gets booed out of the building. But you know the fans, that still like Goldberg, they're like Goldberg. Or there'll be piped in chants with Goldberg. But yeah, he's gonna come back. Lashley's gonna come out. I don't know with MVP or not. He's gonna come out. Said basically there's nobody left. I beat everybody basically everybody on the roster. There's nobody left. I beat Kofi. He's definitely beating Kofi, but he's just like I don't have I'm the most dominant champion. This and that. There's nobody left. And then the next thing you know, we hear. And then like the commentator's like, could it be? Yo, no, it's not. And then Goldberg comes out. We hear the music of Goldberg. Fans chanting for Goldberg, but he comes out. Or we'll see, maybe during the night we'll see like, oh, Goldberg's gonna, we see the, the door and it says Goldberg. And like I said, Lashley comes out, says what he has to say, and then we hear the music of Goldberg, and then they show Goldberg's dressing room, and then Goldberg bangs his head on a freaking door, opens the door, starts walking out with security, walks by himself. He goes in the ring. Him and Lashley have an epic stare down. And Goldberg gets the mic. He says, Lashley, you're next. And then they make a big thing out of it. It's going to be a big time match. First time ever. Bobby Lashley and Goldberg for the WWE title. Whoop-de-doo. They go to SummerSlam and the fans shit on the match. I hope they shit on the match. But they bring Goldberg. Oh my God. It's late. They bring Goldberg back to win the goddamn title, and then he loses it right back to Lashley at Extreme Rules. They're just bringing Goldberg back, with the fans, and they want to have, him as a big main attraction for SummerSlam. You can't get anybody else for Lashley at this point. I was hoping to be Killer Cross, but then probably not gonna bring him up anytime soon. Because they gotta set up all the stuff with Samoa Joe. And Joe's got problems with everybody. Before Joe can, hopefully Joe will get medically clear, and then he can start his things with maybe Adam Cole, baby, and Pete fucking Dunne. And then get the Killer Cross. I don't know at the next takeover, or maybe the one after that, or maybe on a special edition on a special like episode of NXT, like one like an event, like like what do you call it, like the Great American Bash, something like that, like an event type pay-per-view thing. But it is what it is. Yeah. So I'm not liking it. I don't care. I don't care for Goldberg. Don't care. Now when that match comes up, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn it off and not care. Because we know Goldberg's gonna win. I would love for Lashley to beat him, but is it gonna happen? Maybe, maybe not. But at this point, I don't give a flying fuck about Goldberg. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Fuck him and fuck his fans. That's all I gotta say about that. When SummerSlam comes around, I'm gonna give him another rant. But it is what it is. All right, let's move on. We got to finish this up. Okay. If that happens, we are going to shit on the dead. Well, don't shit on the dead. Again, see the title being more shit as possible. What a way to fuck Lashley. Yeah, basically. Gonna make Lashley this dominant champion. This, he's held a belt ever since he won it from The Miz. Beat Drew not once, not twice, but 3 times. Braun Strowman included in that. He does all that. Beats up Xavier Woods in Hell in a Cell, and then this past Monday night he loses to Xavier Woods. Why? Because the whole thing with Kofi. They have to. It was like, okay, we're gonna make him lose and go into Money Bank. Really pissed off. We're gonna get rid of his hot. Get rid of his ladies and everything. Because now we're back on the road. We can't get ladies to come out anymore. You can't just go to the local whorehouse and in Dallas, Texas, and get the hottest hoes in there just to be there for the night. Can't do that. So they got rid of the girls. Looks like they kind of look like that they were gonna break up him and MVP. I don't know. It just makes no freaking sense to bring Goldberg of all people back in when you got so many people from NXT you could have brought up. Bronson Reed, Killer Cross, maybe even Adam Cole, baby. But you think of that? No. Does Vince think of that? Does Hunter and Steph think of that? No. We need a big star at SummerSlam. Also, Killer Cross and Adam Cole, baby, and Bronson Reed are not big stars. Oh, here's an idea. Why don't you put Damian Priest in that position? Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Him and Sheamus are going after the United States belt. Dumb. They have to call a 50-something-year-old part-time Goldberg to come in, win the title, give it up the next fucking month. That's great. He holds it for 3 freaking weeks. 3-4 weeks. And then he gives it right back. You think Goldberg cares? He doesn't care. He's making money. He's making whatever he's making in his contract with the WWE. 2 matches a goddamn year. Because after this, he's well, if they say his contract is two matches, he's supposed to be there like 2 times a month or something like that. I don't know if it's 2 matches a month or 2 times a month. I think it's 2 times a month. If it was 2 matches, then he's gonna lose. But if it's 2 times a month, not 2 times. If it's 2 times a month, whatever it is, whatever his stupid fucking contract is, it's stupid. Like I said, you could have brought up anybody from NXT. You could have put Killer Cross Bronson Reed, Adam Cole, baby, in that position to fight him. or you know, you shock the world with one of those guys, or scrap the whole Goldberg idea. Here's an idea, but they're not going to do it, Vince, because you don't listen to me. I'm just a schmuck from Jersey, but it is what it is. But here's an idea. Why don't you find the guy that's limitless, Mr. Keith Lee? You pluck him from wherever he is, Mia Yim's what hole. Keith Lee comes back surprisingly at on Monday Night Raw in front of fans. He challenges Lashley for the belt and wins it at SummerSlam. They do that? No. We're gonna get Goldberg. Yeah. Goldberg. Part-time bum Goldberg. Ugh. You know that match is gonna suck. It's gonna be a 5-6 minute suck fest, because Goldberg can't go more than 10 minutes. In the ring and out the ring, if you know what I mean. Especially out the ring. But it is what it is. That's that. Fuck him, man. Where are we? Where was I? Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright, we're gonna finish this up. We gotta finish. Oh, it's getting late. I'm hungry. Okay, gave me joy to see people in the live show. That's the truth. Although I really want to see how they react on Monday with a show that's weekly. Yeah, the fans were electric tonight, and they're probably gonna be electric on at Money in the Bank in Fort Worth, Texas. But I really want to see what happens on Monday. Yeah, I agree with you there, Alejandro. I really agree with that. The shit show that's Monday Night Raw, with fans and Big D. They're gonna be electric. They're gonna be all hyped for the wrestlers. Like all the big, faces and everything. And gonna boo boo everybody else. Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting Raw. Besides Goldberg being there and probably getting booed out of the building. I want to hear the reaction for Alexa Bliss. I really want to hear the reaction for Nikki Cross, that stupid superhero gimmick. All right, it is what it is. But yeah, Monday, I hope they shit on the show. I hope they hijack the show. That's all I got to say about that. All right. One more stuff. But in general, it was good, the return of SmackDown with the public. Is what the weekly shows needed. The public gives that energy. The Thunderdome was already bored where you make Money in the Bank predictions. Okay, first part of that, great that the fans are back for Raw and SmackDown and for the pay-per-views. That's great. I think that's what let me get that off. That's what the WWE needed. They needed that injection because the ratings were garbage, especially for Monday Night Raw, and in turn a little bit of SmackDown too. They were not even getting 2 million views. Raw was getting 1.4. I don't know what the rating was last week for the taped Raw. Actually, for this week, with the tape Raw, I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1.2 for a taped garbage episode of Raw that was, taped and nobody wanted to watch it. But yeah, I mean, the fans are back. Hopefully, the WWE gets that energy back and can produce good shows, not great shows, but only for Raw sake, they start putting on good shows. And they put on the same bull crap we've been watching for like the last few years. There won't be any fans in the arena for going to Raw. They won't care. And they won't care for Raw, and they probably won't care for SmackDown that much either. They'll probably just go to SmackDown. SmackDown will be the A show, like it is already. Actually, the B show, because NXT is the A show now. But yeah, that's how it is. Hopefully, the fans, the fans are coming back. A lot of fans in the arena tonight. Almost 15,000 people. Probably because of the fucking virus, they couldn't get more than that, unless that building, that the Toyota Center, can only hold 15,000 people. But yeah, we'll see. They're gonna be next week. They're gonna be in 2 places, so they're gonna kind of be like a simulcast. I think they're gonna be in Cleveland next week, and they're also gonna be in Miami. That's what I heard, but I don't know. I actually don't know. But I'm hearing different things about SmackDown next week. One is, I'm hearing it's gonna be in Cleveland next week, and I'm hearing something like they're gonna be in Miami. I think it's not now. It's not gonna be in Cleveland. I think it's just gonna be in Cleveland now. Unless I hear something over the week, but as far as right now, it's gonna be in Cleveland. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think Monday Night Raw will be a must-see edition of Monday Night Raw. The aftermath of Money in the Bank, first Raw with fans in Big Dallas, Texas. And they put on a shit show. Fans are gonna tell you about it. They're gonna hijack the show. They're gonna hijack the wrestlers. We're probably hearing some CM Punk chants. It's gonna be a bad show. I have a feeling it'll be bad. I got a feeling that the show is gonna suck. Okay, the second part of that, yes, I will be doing Money in the Bank predictions. Probably tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably early Sunday. So get ready for that on TDC 199 on the TDC 1 channel, which you can subscribe to down below. And don't forget to hit the bell. Don't forget to hit the bell with that. All right. Okay. Got a couple more comments left. Regarding that comment, about the comment earlier, the last comment, not the last comment, the earlier before. Regarding the comment when he is better positioned, Edge holding Roman's title prior to Money in the Bank, that means he will not win the title. At least they imply that. That's always like that. Just about almost all. I would say. I can't put a number on it, but most of the time when it's either a face or a heel, or maybe even a tweener, right before the title match, whether it be a face or a heel, they beat up whoever the champion is. They hold the belt. They hold the belt up. Everybody's thinking like, yeah, he's gonna win the belt. 9 times out of 10, that happens. 9 times out of 10, it happens. But yeah, Edge holding the belt up, after he took care of Roman. Tease, but like I said, I don't think Roman's gonna. I don't think Edge is gonna win. I don't think Edge is winning. They're setting up Seth Rollins and Edge at SummerSlam, and like I said, Roman versus Cena at SummerSlam, which will probably be the main event of SummerSlam. Roman and Cena for the Universal title. So take that with a grain of salt. But I guess but they do that. They tease. People. They beat the champion up. They think they're gonna win the title 9 times out of 10. Like almost 9 times out of 10, the champion wins. So I kind of agree with that comment, but yeah, puts it in a really kind of corny position. But all right, where are we? We gotta get this damn thing done. Okay, here we go. Almost done. Okay. And about Goldberg, I hope he will do the same as he did with Drew, the pass the baton, equal to Lashley. But if he has the title again, we'll have a paper champion as happened a year ago. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When Goldberg won the belt, and he was supposed to face Roman, and then this fucking virus hit, and Roman's like, bye-bye, I'm going bye-bye for a little bit, for like a couple months. Goldberg got a title. They brought in Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman beat Goldberg. I forget when Goldberg won that belt. Was it the Royal Rumble? I forget. But anyway, he got the belt. Held it for like I said, a month or so. Next thing you know, he's supposed to face Roman. Fucking virus hits. Roman goes bye-bye because he doesn't want to get the virus. I don't blame him. You know, WWE had to work quickly. They just bring in Braun without no freaking build. And then Braun wins the title. That's it. Part-time champions. Yeah, paper champions. It is what it is. I agree. That's what Goldberg is, a paper champion. Just like Brock. At least when Brock won the title, remember when he held it for like 500 days and he held a damn Universal the strawberry shortcake version of the Universal title hostage for almost 2 years. Nobody could beat Brock, and Brock was hardly there. God forbid Goldberg does that. Nobody be watching Raw. Nobody. Goldberg wins, and he stays for like, he stays on. He holds the title for like a year, and then you get somebody like maybe Killer Cross to beat him, or Keith Lee. Yeah. But yeah, I hope they go to SummerSlam and Goldberg, loses cleanly to Lashley. Like Lashley hits the spear, the fans going nuts. He puts him in the hurt lock. Goldberg fucking taps. That's it. But probably won't happen. But yeah, Goldberg is a paper champion. He's a bum too. He's a bum. He sucks. Okay. And as for my Friday, it was heavy, a lot of work, and I'm still surprised by the Dodgers. Actually, it wasn't the Dodgers; it was the Padres. 24-8 against the Nationals. Holy shit! What happened to the Nationals tonight? Holy crap! And I was looking at who was pitching tonight. It was like, I don't even know who. One of their starters, not the big name starters. I thought Max Scherzer was pitching tonight. I was like, Scherzer gave up like 12 runs, 13 runs. Like, no, it can't happen. But it was some guy, something like, I don't know if it was a rookie pitcher or wherever the fucking guy is. He got shellacked. Then everybody in the bullpen got shellacked. They probably had to bring in a position player, like maybe what's his name? Juan Soto or whoever on that crappy national team. Maybe Ryan Zimmerman of all people, throwing freaking meatballs and Fernando Tatis, bing, and like freaking showboating piece of crap Tatis Jr. hitting home runs and getting the freaking necklace spinner thing. Garbage. I mean, that is garbage. That stupid whole thing with the Padres do when somebody gets home run, they get a freaking necklace and spin it. Stupid. Yeah. But yeah, the Nationals got destroyed tonight, 24-8. Ugh. Felt like the Chargers against the I can't even call them the Redskins anymore. Chargers against the Washington football team. Scored 24 points, and the Nationals got a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's not even football yet. A couple weeks it will be. Preseason. 3 weeks of preseason, by the way. Not 4 weeks anymore. Or 5 weeks in some cases. 3 weeks of preseason. 3 games. And then right after that, get ready for football on September the 9th. But for me, being a 49ers fan and a Jets fan, I gotta wait till September the 12th. It is what it is. Niners face the Detroit Lions. I believe that's a home game. The Jets face who they face? Carolina. It is what it is. It's gonna be a long season for the Jets. For the Niners, ooh boy. I hope the Niners have a good season, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo. If Jimmy Garoppolo can come back and do what he did back in 2019, take the Niners to the promised land. Hopefully they don't choke this year. It is weird, but they're getting Kittle back. They're getting a couple other guys back that were injured. They got Ayuk and Debo and all the crew. They don't have the defensive guru and Robert Saley, who went to the Jets. But still got Kyle Shanahan and company. I still worry about the fucking secondary. And the whole thing now with Richard Sherman. Anybody see what happened to Richard Sherman? He got arrested for domestic violence or something like that. They showed a video of him trying to break into his father-in-law's house. Then they arrested him. I think he was drinking and driving and stuff like that. Just a shame for Richard Sherman. I hope he gets better, but he's probably just suspended for the whole season. But my thoughts and prayers go to him, man. I really do. I hope he gets better. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, boy. All right. We're going to finish up. God damn, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm hungry. God forbid, who wakes up. Anyway, all right. This guy I haven't seen a long time. The Insanity Plex. Guy from the good old XWF days. Anyway, he says, did you see the video of Brock Lesnar cutting up meat at the butcher shop? Yeah, I did. Got a new haircut. Looks like Mordecai. Blonde hair. Blonde freaking goatee. Looks like Mordecai. I'm like, what the hell? We got the second coming of Mordecai. But yeah. He's the meat man now. He's the butcher. Have you seen The Butcher? Great song by the Butcher Babies. Just want to put that out. But yeah, hopefully Brock will be coming back. Not that I care, but it is what it is. All right, final comments, and then we're getting out of here. All right, Alejandro Casa says, I'm sure something now that the public is back, people are going to enjoy that Roman Reigns hell that they wanted so much and that they complain. And how stupid are those who would complain about it? I don't know why you would complain about Roman Reigns being a monster heel right now. 5 years too late. Actually, 6 years too late. 6 years too late. But it is what it is. That's it. All right, final comment of the night. I'm going to bed. Sandyplex says, I can't believe XWF still supports pedos. The P word. Those guys are so effing creepy. Yes. Yes, they are. That's why, the XWF is what it is right now. Garbage. Garbage run by 2 guys who support those, people. Two guys who support the P word. It is what it is. I'm done with that shit. I'm basically done with the E-Fed world at the moment. I still talk to, Shane and the guys there, Shane and Maddie and Soldier and Morbid and certain guys. And basically just me, Shane, and Maddie, and that's it. Me, Shane, Maddie and Soldier. That's it. Just basically us four talking on Discord. That's it. Shane's trying to get a new site open up, but he's taking so much goddamn time to do it. So, as much as I want to go into a new eFed and continue my writing and everything, I just felt that, I think it's time to take a break from the eFed world. I'm talking about real eFeds. I'm not talking, on the internet. And I'm not talking about Facebook or even on YouTube. Not that there are many on YouTube, because Grimm's Toy Show is not really an eFed. It's a backyard fed. That sucks. But I digress. Yes, I mean, there's one guy that is trying to bring back an eFed that I used to be in, but I'm not in it no more. I forget what it's called. I think what's it called? The YWF or something like that. If you know Chronics, for the most extreme wrestling, that guy, he had an eFed with Marco Rose. Good buddy Marco. Back in the day, I was in it for a little bit, and then that was it. And then shut down. And now they're kind of bringing it back a little bit on YouTube, and it's just doing random, not shows. They're just showing like different people that used to be there. That's basically it. And then I was in a couple of eFeds on Facebook with WJ. Meatball Championship Wrestling and Wrestling Spaghetti and just weird freaking names that WJ thought of. Makes me the champion, and then I lose to Brian Doof. Can't even get my goddamn heavyweight belt back. Then when he opens Spaghetti Championship Wrestling, puts me in a title match with the Goof. What happens? Put him in hell in a cell, and the freaking thing ends in a fucking double count out. We don't answer the 10 bell, and then Tony Khan comes out, takes the former wrestling juggernaut's title, chops it up, and says that me and the Goof are tag team champions, player, and we had a pretty good run with that damn belt. Those belts, I should say. Four episodes were the tag team champions, even though the Goof got most of the wins, even though I was the star of that goddamn team. But it is what it is. We got rid of that. I mean, WJ he shut that down, like he shuts every other thing down. These damn freaking YouTube channels. But at least he kept the Wrestling Gods freaking Facebook page up. But that's going to go down pretty soon. And now he's doing Facebook videos, beatboxing and shit. Oh, boy. How have the mighty fallen? The great WJ. He's fallen on some hard times, you understand. But still, he is a legend. But still, his best days are way behind. My guy that, he's been around on YouTube on and off since 2008, and I came around a year later. Like I said, me and him are the foundation of what was the YWC. The YWC. Now the YWC is a toxic wasteland. Well, e-beggars and guys showing that what. And now the whole thing comes out, with guy beating his girlfriend, beating his kid, and beating his mom, and beating up animals. What else is to do? What's next? I don't think anybody can top that guy, that new guy, not the other guy, but nothing can top Nothing can top Hangman Charlie. Nothing's probably not gonna top that. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. Alright. That's pretty much it. I'm tired as fuck. I'm getting sleepy. I'm hungry. I want to grab a little late night snack. And I'm gonna go to bed. And that's it. Alright, thank you all for watching. Thank you to Mr. Insanityplex. Thank you to Alejandro Klotza for coming in, and even that fake Charlie Wolfcow account for coming in. And that's it. Once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels as well. Hit the bell to get notified. Follow me, friend me and follow me on social media. Share the video all over the internet. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So thank you for watching. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Peace.